We welcome you back to Las Vegas. Dennis Matthews, the bowling operations manager here at Red Rocks Lane, there on your right. To his right and our left, that was Fred Schreier, the PBA commissioner and CEO. Thanks to Dennis and Fred and everybody involved in putting on this wonderful event here. Again, this is the 46th edition of the PBA Tournament of Champions, the second major of the season. The first was last weekend, won by Chris Barnes, the PBA World Championship. Now Mika Koivuniemi closing in on a title match showdown with #1 seed Tom Smallwood. Mika up 101 pins. Here he closes out the 6th. Perfection continues for Mika.
Well, he followed the game plan to perfection thus far, Rob, and that's straighter is greater. That's his A game. He's going with loft. He's going nice and straight and direct. But you know what, when asked last night why he had success this week when it looked like it was a power players tournament, he said, simple. I just made great shots.
He was on last week's PBA World Championship show, was the 5th seed, finished 6th. And another strike, so 7 in a row for Mika. And when we talked to him last week, he was confident, on the verge of maybe being a little cocky, a little too confident. We talked to him yesterday, and you sense it was dialed down just a little bit, enough to know that he was comfortable with his game and where he was, but some of that edge had left. Tom Daugherty here in the 7th, picking up the pace and getting a strike. His 2nd on TV, and whoo, exhale. I would take a look at the Bear Trusted Pain Relief Replay, brought to you by the makers of Bear Aspirin, and some much-needed relief for Daugherty getting a strike here in the 7th.
Well, Tommy's had a nice run in this event. Remember, he had to bowl 72 games. He qualified for this event by being a regional winner. Andres Gomez qualified for this event because he is a current exempt player. Only Gomez and Stuart Williams of England were the only 2 non-champions in this entire field. This is turning into a nightmare for Tom Daugherty.
Yeah, the beauty of it, though, is he has such a great personality and persona.
Now I relax again.
Now you relax a little bit?
Now I'm fine.
Mika say, now I can sit back and enjoy. And Daugherty, just one of the real good people out here. You and I have known him for a while. We also want to send on a quick get well message to his father-in-law. Craig McGuire was in a really bad accident Thursday morning in Florida, was life flighted out, was in the hospital last night. Looks like everything's going to be all right with Craig, and we wish him a speedy recovery.
Gotta get to 100. Gotta get to 100.
Yeah, he needs 2 marks to break 100. It'll be the lowest game in Tournament of Champions history.
126?
Sure, he'll
And he
love
needs,
you mentioning that.
Well, you know, I'm just stating facts, sir. The lowest game ever bowled on television, 126. He's got his work cut out for him.
Here's Mika, perfect through 7. His effort in the 8th. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to talk about it. It has been nothing but strikes for Koivuniemi in the semis.
Well, the biggest lopsided game in Tournament of Champions history. 20 perfect games bowled on TV. The last one being Rhino Page, 2009 Tokyo, Japan.
In the Japan Cup.
Prior to that, it was here in the States, Ryan Schaefer in Indianapolis.
Perfection continues for the Big Fin.
And who can forget Mika Koivuniemi, December 7th, 2003, Windsor Locks, Connecticut. He bowled a perfect game against Jason Couch.
The 17th perfect game in PBA history. You see Tom Daugherty stepping up and firing as a class move. He was trying to get out of the way and let Mika and his pursuit of a perfect game in history get going. And we really don't want to rush Tom off stage, but I think he would like to get off stage as quick as he can. Almost a great pickup.
Get up, fire off, get the 10th frame out of your way, and step aside for that man, Mika Koivuniemi.
Perfect. I mean, really? Again?
All right, I need 2.
2 for 100.
Come on, Tom. Come on, Tom.
Tom, don't do it.
They're not booing. They're chanting 2. You gotta love it.
Unbelievable.
I mean, these are numbers.
Oh, man, you got to feel for
These
him.
are numbers my wife would put up at the bowling center.
Got to feel for
I
him.
need 2, baby, 2.
Come on, Tom. We're cheering for you, bud.
Yeah!
Yeah! Give him 100! Oh, glorious. Get it and live it up, son.
All right. Hey, we got some business over here.
True that. So Daugherty with the 100 sits down. Koivuniemi trying to pull out a 300. And a smile finally cracks the face of Koivuniemi. Again, only 20 times on television has a 300 game been rolled, only 4 times at a major. He is 3 strikes away from a perfect game. Two strikes away from perfection.
Mika Koivuniemi is got his sights on a major championship, standing in the way. Possible perfection. What a game plan he came in with today.
2 strikes away from a $10,000 bonus check for dropping a 300 game on television.
Nobody's ever done it twice on TV.
Yeah! 1 more to go! Come on, Mika! Come on, Vegas, get up!
Well, he actually pulled that one a bit, Rob, and I think he's a bit surprised that it held line.
He did not like it on the release, but the result will work just fine.
It's going to take a re-rack and regroup, and normally when you see somebody get away with one in the 10th or the 11th shot, 300 is right around the corner because that's the break they needed. He's going to be nice and relaxed. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's going to throw this one really good.
There it goes. It's gone. Leave it like that.
Come on, Mika.
He's already moved on to our title match and crack at a $250,000 payday. Now he's attacking history, trying to become just the 2nd person to throw a 300 game at the Tournament of Champions. For perfection. Come on, Messenger. Come on. No. That didn't happen.
Reminiscent of Don Johnson's 299. You see Mika hit the turn. Jack Beyond the Little's record is safe. The only 300 game ever bowled back in 1967 at the Tournament of Champions.
Now Mika has to regroup and refocus on the real task at hand. A $250,000 payday by winning the TOC. Here's his last shot.
Got it in the oil just a little bit. The ball finishes just a bit soft. Messenger comes over only to be denied.
Wow. Grammy-nominated Bowling for Soup takes the stage with a live performance when our presentation of the richest bowling tournament in history returns.